Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am your host the Black Baron and today is tournament day. We are going to play World of Tanks Blitz and we are going to have the weekly 1v1 tier 10 tournament. I am very excited for this. I've been waiting for a couple of days to get to this point and really play the tournament. We already have a couple of people in the room. We will wait a few more minutes for people to gather around. And I also already see a bunch of people in the stream, which is really cool. So welcome Destrozella, welcome Luigi, Alessandro, Bruch, Dino Cool. How are you guys? How was your week? And I hope you are just as excited as I am for today's tournament. Let me know down in the chat if the sound is okay, if everything is good. In the meantime, we will wait for a few more minutes for people to join. Thank you, Dino Cool. I'm happy you like it. And we have already 9 people. I think we will actually have 10. That's quite nice. I think this will be the biggest tournament we have to date, which is really cool. I really hope we manage to grow these tournaments and have on a weekly basis at least 16 people. And if we have 16 people, then we will also be able to refine a bit the rules and put also in place some prizes for the winners and maybe also for some of the participants. So that's my goal. That will be really cool. I do have a bit of delay. I've put not 2 minutes. 2 minutes, it feels a bit too much. I started for this week with 1 minute delay, which should be, I think, enough to take out the stream sniping, so no one has an unfair advantage, but it's still okay, good enough for me to be able to communicate with you in chat. Hi Sophie, no, it's not too late. I'm gonna register you for the tournament now, so it's definitely not too late. All right, while some people are going to trickle down, I'm going to prepare a bit the tournament view. So let's put all the people names in there. Let's switch really quick to the tournament scene, and looks like there is a small tweak I have to go and do here for things to be visible, and there we go. So let's stay here for a bit and prepare a bit the room. So let's see. Riz did that join. I'm gonna leave him here for the moment. Elon, Fighter, Mick, Ray, everyone here. Renegade is not here. Riz is not here. Dino Cool is here. Destrozella, it's coming. I'm here. Green Baron, I don't think he made it. Let me double check the room. Yes, Green Baron did not make it. And World of Tanks Enjoyer neither. And Diana neither. So let's see. Who do we have? Do we not have here? Killer Pro is in the room. We need to register the feed. All right, you are now registered officially in the tournament. And who are we missing? Alex, I see you in the room. Does that mean you are going to play the tier 10 or not? Hi Alexis, how are you? Welcome back to the stream. If you want to play in the tournament, it's still not too late. Not too late. You can register. Okay, Equac is not registered here, so let me do it now. Yes, he's AFK right now, but from what we spoke a few minutes ago, he's joining the tournament. So I think he has some temporary issues. Whoever is not gonna be here when we start it, yeah, we'll see. That's my Discord, and that means I have to kill it now so it doesn't spam me with all of this. All right, it's done. Hi, Amin. How are you? Alex, if you don't play, I'm going to either let you remove yourself from the room or kick you out of the room so I keep only the players that play today. Yes, only tier 10, only heavy tanks. Right, so we have right now 9 players in the room. 9 players here, but who's... Okay, I don't think I registered Nabil. Yes. So let me do that. So we'll put Nabil here. Thank you, Amin. And it does look like Ray is still having his issues. I think with the internet. Let's see, is he back? We'll give it 2 more minutes and then I will kick everyone out from the room who's not registered, and that will be it. All right, we have 10 players. Who did I not? All right, in that case, Alex, I will kick you out of the room, so we only keep the players, and we'll go with... no, it's 7. It's 7 p.m. Alright guys, so it looks like Ray is not going to join, so I'm going to remove him here. So we have 9 players. Let's see how we do this. if we put everyone in the same group, I think it's gonna be too many games, but let's test it out. So if we put everyone in the group and we put 4 people to advance from the group to the elimination stage, this will give us how many games? It will give us 4 games per round, and it's gonna give us 9 rounds. That's too many games for a tournament. So then what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna remove myself. So we have only 8 players remaining. Let me take myself out from here and let me close the room really quick. So set password. All right, apply. And then we'll split this into 2 groups of 4 people. Or per group, 2 players are going forward. And let's save this. And we have the group stage. No, something went wrong with it. I think I did not save when I removed myself, so let's do it again. So we have, oh no, we have this 16. It's weird. Let's see again. All right, we have 4 groups, 4 players per group. And what we are going to do now, we are going to shuffle. So everyone is going to be randomly assigned to each of the groups. So there is no arranged groups or anything like that. So we have group 1, we have Elo1 Fighter, Sherry Lady, Steffi Boy, and Killer Pro. And group 2, we have group B, we have Nabil, Destrozuela, Mick Bergman, and Equok. All right, let's start the group stage and let's go back to the streaming view. All right, before we start, guys, let's do a quick review of the rules. So it's a tier 10 preferably game. If you have a tier 10 heavy, you have to play it. If you don't have a tier 10 heavy or for any reason you prefer to play a tier 9, I would say don't do it, but it's your call. In any case, tier 10 heavy is the preferred one. The purpose of the tournament is to play as many games as spectacular as possible. Obviously, you have to win, you want to win. But there is no camping. When you start the game, you don't go to the corner of the map, you don't go and hide, you have to go and fight. If you camp, you will be disqualified from that game and the opponent gets the point. If you don't spot each other in the first minute of the tournament, you go for the middle of the map so you can spot each other and fight the game. And pretty much that's it. I will let you know as we go if there is anything that we should change. But in principle, that's it. Good, I'm gonna put myself in here and I'm gonna put myself to spectate allies only. And as I said before, we have a 1-minute delay, so there is no stream sniping. Everything should be fine, and that's it. Now, I'm going to post the first let's see, who's the first game? And that's gonna give us 12 games. Actually, I think we can put it to have more games than that. Let's put that 3 people advanced from each group. So, game for 3rd place. I want to aim for around 20 to 25 games. So now we will have 12 games in the group stage, and then in the final stage we will have another 4, 6, yeah, another 6. All right. First game is going to be Dino Cool versus Steffi Boy. So let me go here, and we have Sherry Lady here, and we have Steffi Boy here. And there we go, guys. First battle of the tournament. Let's see how this is going to go. And we have Sherry Lady in the E5 against Steffi Boy in the VK7201K. This should be an interesting matchup. Let's see how things go. In the meantime, you can put down your predictions in the chat, and obviously you have 1 minute before you see the whole event happening, the whole game. All right, then we have contact. And it looks like the E5 is managing to get an early advantage here, but this shot misses. So this is a very good opportunity for the VK to get some damage back, but unfortunately that's also a miss. And let's go. This is a hugging battle now. Let's see if the VK is able to pull back this advantage or not. And it looks like so far the E5 is managing to maneuver quite well, and this shot also goes in. And there's another bounce for the VK, unfortunately. And let's see, somehow the E5 manages to find the weak spots of the VK and now has a huge advantage. And let's see if this next shot will go in, and it's a bounce from both players, but obviously this is still very bad for the VK here. But let's see, I've seen plenty of games where it looked that it goes in one direction and then it just turned around badly for one player. So let's see if the VK can turn it around. Only has now 43 life, and it bounced unfortunately, so it's not going to be able, it's not likely that it's going to be able to turn it around. And this is a bounce from the E5, but now the VK needs like all the RNG gods on its side. So let's see. And unfortunately that was the game. Alright, it's only the first game of the tournament, so I'm pretty sure that players will warm up as we go on, but was exciting. All right, let's put this as a victory for Sherry. So let me go back to the tournament screen, and this is a victory here for Dinokul. Good. All right, then we go to game 1 of group 2, which is Destrozuela versus Meek. Let's go right now. So we put back previous players, and we have Destrozuela on one side and Meek on the other side. Whenever you are ready, guys, and obviously with the stream delay and everything, you have around 1 minute to click ready, which is fine. All right. In the meantime, while the players are getting ready, I think it's a very good moment to ask you guys to hit that like button so YouTube knows that you like the content and shares it with more people, and to also hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Statistics are telling me that around 50% of players are of viewers are still not subscribed to the channel, so I would really love to have your support and grow the channel together. Alright, and we have game 2 with Destrozuela playing in the IS-4 and Mick playing in his double UZ-113FT, which I think it's a tank destroyer. I'm sure it's a tank destroyer, so let's see how this one goes for Mick. But for the next games, Mick, I think you should pick a heavy tank and keep to the game preferred tank. But let's see. And I think from the next game I will be able to also switch this to be for me to spectate both players, because not having a stream snipe risk, I can spectate both players and actually understand during the game where people are going, what's going on, if someone is you know, if someone is capping or things like this. Alright, and it looks like we have contact and both players are going for it. Sorry about that, I dropped something and I don't know if my mic actually picked it up, but looks like the players are going hard for it. They are equal on points right now, with a slight advantage for the IS-4. Let's see, and that's a bounce from the WZ, and now I think slowly the IS-4 is gaining a bit of an advantage. And I know this WZ, I played against Mick plenty of times in this tank, and it's a tough cookie, but let's see if it can actually play around with the IS-4 and win. It looks like the IS-4 is making very good use of the armor, so let's see. And it looks like Mick is now turning around. I don't know why, but it is the end of the game. Alright, so end of game 2 with a victory for Destrozuela. And let's go and mark that in the tournament view. I'm not going to switch, I'm going to switch only at the end when we finish the groups, so we stay in the game. So that's a victory for Destrozuela. And game 2 of group 1 is Killer Pro 35 versus LO1 Fighter. And while you guys watch the game, I'm going to prepare the next one. So we have Killer Pro versus LO1 Fighter. Oh yeah, I see the comments now, Mick. Yeah, that was unfortunate that you misclicked. But it's fine, you'll have the WZ in the next game. Alright, let's see. So we have I1 Fighter already ready. Killer Pro, you need to pick a Iron 10 heavy, and then we can go. All right, and we are good to go. Yes, that's true. Without those bounces, I think the game would have been much closer. But obviously, that the tank destroyer will have a slight disadvantage in those conditions. All right, and we are in game 3, and we have Killer Crow playing in the Kranwagen, and we have I1 Fighter playing in the Hype 71. And I have put both players, I put spectate for both teams, so now I can see all the, where the players are, and you guys can see also on the stream much better where the people are in the game. But again, it doesn't affect the gameplay, so that's okay. Let's see, looks like both of the players are looking for each other, and now they have been spotted. So let's see what's going to happen. We have an autoloader and we have a Type 71 that is quite armored, so let's see what's going to be happening. What's up, Alex? And we have one shot going in from the Kranwagen and one from the Type 71. We actually have two from the Type 71, and the Kranwagen misses one, and now he's looking at the long reload, which might put the Type 71 in a big advantage here. Let's see. Let's see if the Type 71 can do it, and no, it's a bounce, unfortunately. And let's see. Looks like the Kranwagen is getting in front right now, but it's still very, very close. We are still 950 to 750 roughly, so it's not that big of a difference. One bounce is the difference, and that was a bounce that really hurt the Kranwagen there. Let's see if the Type 71 can really take advantage of that bounce or not. He pulls back to be able to shoot the hull of the Kranwagen, and now the Kranwagen bounces once again, and that's an easy kill for the Type 71. Alright, that was an exciting game. I think it could have been, it could have gone either way, and it actually went for the Type 71 in the end. Good game, guys. Really, really exciting. Now let me go back and put the score for LO1 Fighter. All right, next game we have Equok versus Nabil. So let me put these guys back in the queue, and we have Equok on one side and Nabil on the other side. And whenever you guys are ready. Alright, whenever you are ready, Equok, we can go. Equak, are you still there? Alright, we are going to give it another 30 seconds, and if Equak is not either on the stream or in the game, never mind, he's in the game. Alright, let's go for game 4. And in game 4 we have Equak playing in his mouse versus Nabil playing in his e5. And let's see when the players are going to meet each other. It looks like now they are both spotted, so let's see. And there's one shot from the e5 going in, and there's a bounce from the mouse, unfortunately. And now one shot goes in from both players. And let's see if the mouse can put the e5 in a bad spot here. And it looks like he does. He can easily see the top of the e5, and that's an advantage for the mouse right here. And then is the bounce from the e5, and let's see if the mouse can put one more into the top, and it misses narrowly. And that's a shot going in from the e5, so now the players are somewhat equal on HP, but let's see if the mouse can make this shot and equalize it again, and he does. So now we are smack at 1000 HP. Let's see if this is a bounce, and it's a bounce from the e5, unfortunately for the e5. So now the mouse needs to stay close, put that turret in the face of the e5 and do the shots, but unfortunately for the mouse that shot just did not go in. And now it's more or less an advantage it's a big advantage for the e5. Let's see if the mouse can put this shot in, and no, it misses, and now I think the e5 will be able to take the win home. It bounces, and now it's in a tough spot, because if the mouse can do some run here, but it can't, and it bounces, so now e5 takes the win home. Alright, that was an exciting game, and it's one that goes to Nabil. So let me go and write it down in the history books. Alright, so the first round of the group stage is now over. We go to round 2, where we are going to have LO1 Fighter facing Sherry Lady in the next game. Alright, so we have LO1 Fighter versus Sherry Lady. Whenever you guys are ready, we are ready to go. Alright, and we have a fight on our hands. And it looks like the players are quite far away from each other, but they do manage to spot each other. And so far the players are not getting close. They prefer probably a long range engagement, which I'm not really sure who's gonna favor, but let's see. And now it looks like Elo1 fighter is trying to close the distance, and he had a very good chance there to surprise the e5, but the e5 did not come too far in front. It looks like the guys are preferring to still stay away. No one wants to make a mistake, I can understand that. Let's see now, Shelly Lady is slowly trying to pick. Let's see if that works. And it looks like now they are circling on the hill, but at least they are closer. And look at that, they don't know where they are, and this is a very good surprise for the Type 71. That was good. And now they are fighting it out finally. So let's see, we have a slight advantage for the Type 71, and the e5 bounces this one. And that was a nice run down the hill, but unfortunately in the e5 you cannot really ram the Type 71, as you guys could see, and it was damage for the Type 71 actually. And now the e5 is in very deep trouble. I think even a splash damage from the e71 can do it, but that was a bounce, so didn't. So let's see, and there's the shot from the e5, And another bounce from the Type 71. Is the E5 keeping the Type 71 in a very bad spot here? Are we going to see an amazing comeback? Let's see. That would be quite something. Alright, so come on, this is looking very alright. It's not looking anymore because the Type 71 managed to pull back and it managed to actually finish the game, but for a split second there it really looked like the Type 71 was in a very bad position and we were seeing an amazing comeback. Alright, so this is a victory for Elo1 Fighter. So I'm gonna mark that down. And I did realize that I can actually put in chat in YouTube who's going to be next, so it's easier for players to know. So next we have Nabil versus Destrozuela, so let me put it in chat. Alright, yes, this will make it faster. Alright, then we have Nabil in the E5 and Destrozuela playing in the IS4. Let's see how this will turn out. And players have spotted each other and they are going to find the best place for a defensive position. And a shot goes in for both players, and we have a slight advantage for the IS4 who already started with a higher HP, and now there is a bounce from the E5 and the IS4 puts a shot in, so the advantage widens. Let's see if the E5 can turn it around. And there's another bounce. So slowly but surely the IS4 is getting the initiative here. And let's see if this shot, and yeah, this shot also bounces, so this also is a bounce from the IS4, but now we have a 1000 HP difference. Maybe slower now, smaller, but let's see how this shot goes. And this is another bounce from the IS4. So in this position so far, the E5 is doing a good job and the IS4 doesn't really have an answer, but let's see if this is going to work out. And it's another bounce for the IS4 and a bounce from the E5 also. Two tanks with good armor and they are pretty much bouncing each other. And that's a shot going in from the IS4. And there's the bounce. So this is a bouncing game pretty much, but it's still an advantage for the IS4. And let's see, they are trading, but the IS4 is getting a bigger and bigger advantage, slowly but surely. And that's a victory for the IS4. Really engaging game, guys. Thank you for going all out very fast. That's what we want to see in the tournaments. All right, let's go and mark this down. And we have next game, Steffi Boy versus Killer Pro. So let's put this in chat. And let's go and prepare the room. So we have on one side Steffi Boy, and on the other side we have Killer Pro. All right, whenever you guys are ready, we will start the game. Looks like we have a competition of finding the best way of getting rid of mosquitoes in the chat. That's quite good, guys. All right, so we are starting the next game. So we have Steffi Boy in the Super Conqueror against Killer Pro in his T57 Heavy. Let's see how this goes. Usually picking an autoloader like the T57 Heavy in a 1v1, it's a bold choice. I've tried it a few times and it's nice that you have 3 shots, but then you have a very long reload, so if you don't manage to hide, it's quite complicated. And we have contact. That was a surprise for the T57, who manages to put 2 shots out of 3, but now it's showing the side, so it might be quite complicated for the T57, but now it manages to hide. And let's see. And 2 shots, 3 shots out of 3 going for the T57 Heavy, and that's quite a good maneuver there. I think the Super Conqueror really needs to push here and take advantage of the long reload time. And unfortunately for the Super Conqueror, that goes in. Let's see now if the Type 57 will push. Unfortunately, the Type 57 is not a one-shot, but the Super Conqueror is a one-shot and it goes out. Alright, that was a really good game, guys. I think if I would have played in the Super Conqueror, I would have tried to be a bit more aggressive, but that's just my opinion. And I don't have the tank, so it's not the best opinion out there. Alright, so we have a win for Killer Pro. Very well done. Let's go now and mark it down. And we have the next game, Mick versus Equok. All right, we are excited to hear your plans of trolling Wait, what are you trying to troll with? With the salt gun? I think that might get you in trouble, but yeah, I'm not advising for that. And we have a new game on our hands. We have Mick in his WZ113 against Equok in his mouse. Let's see how this will turn out. It looks like Mick is choosing to go the middle of the map. I'm not sure why, but let's see how his strategy plans out. Just remember, Mick, there's no capping, there's no running. And there's the mouse, and first shot goes in. Now Mick is playing the long range game. And the shot from the mouse goes over the top, and another shot goes in from the WZ. So now Mick is going to probably try and close the distance here. And obviously now the mouse is in a bit of a disadvantage, but in the same time I think the mouse has a big enough gun, that it can do quite a lot of damage to the WZ. I think it's able to do some it's able to put it on fire or everything that goes with that. And there we go. We have contact, and there's another shot that goes in from the WZ. The mouse is trying to push, and it misses the shot, unfortunately. And there's a bounce from the WZ. The mouse wants to push. It knows that it cannot stay there. Unfortunately, that was a very bad angle to fire, because the WZ has that very, very angly front plate. And there's another shot going in from WZ. Another one now, and the mouse is on fire. And I think it's getting very, very tight. It's not out yet, but now it is. Alright, and that's a victory for Mick, but really well played for both players. I think it was quite surprising for the mouse to see that to do the long range damage. Alright. Perfect, so that's a victory for Mick. Let's go and mark that down. And this is the end of the second round of the group stage. So now we go into the third round with Killer Pro versus Sherry Lady. So let's prepare the room. Let's put Killer Pro over here, Sherry Lady over here. Let's put you back in the middle, and let's see. And both players have heavy tanks, both players are ready. Let's go. Alright, and we have once again Killer Pro in the T57 Heavy and Sherry Lady in the Super Conqueror. This is a redo of the game that we had before, different players but same tanks. Let's see if this one is going to play out just the same. Alright, and don't forget guys, you can always put your predictions in the chat. Alright, one shot goes in, second shot goes in from the T57, third shot goes in, and now it's time for the Conqueror to put in the damage. And it looks like Sherry is playing much more aggressive here. He's staying close to the T57 and he knows that he needs to put every shot in. So now that one is in. Let's see if... No, actually that was a bounce. So now I think it's gonna be a game for the Super Conqueror because there's a long time for the T57 to reload. So let's see. It looks like it's gonna bounce, but it doesn't. Alright, so that's a win for the Super Conqueror. So let's go back and put this in the books. And that was a very exciting and entertaining game. Thank you guys for that. So let's see. This is a victory for Sherry Lady. Alright, next game, Equok versus Destrozuela. Let's go and prepare the room. Alright, we are awaiting players. I assumed that you are ready because I saw that you are ready, but yeah, I think he might be AFK. It looks like the battle will start, but yeah, I think Equok might be AFK. Alright, well, I think guys we need another rule. If you start the game and you go and spot your enemy but he's AFK, that's an automatic victory and you can exit the game, so we don't have to wait for the kill. But there's no way for me to let the players know right now the game. So let's see how this, and let's wait for the mouse to blow up. And the mouse is beefy and is refusing to either blow up or get on fire. Alright, and this is a free victory for Strozuela, but I'm sure that was not the victory you were looking for. You wanted to play the game. Alright, next game we have Steffi Boy versus Elo1 Fighter. Let's go and put people here. And also let me announce it so you guys know that, it's gonna happen. Alright, I assume both players are ready, so let's do it. Right, so we have contact and there is already one shot going into the E100. And there's a shot going in from the E100 also, so now the E100 has quite a big advantage on hit points, but let's see if he can keep up this. So the shot goes in from both players. Right, well, the E100 still has a bit of an advantage here, actually a big advantage here, so let's see if it can keep it up. And the E100 gets the win here. Alright. That is quite good. Congratulations both players, and the victory goes to Steffi Boy. Right, let's go and mark it down here, and we have now the final game of the group stage. Unless we have a tie, then we'll play a tiebreaker, but we have the final game of the group stage, which is going to be Mick versus Nabil. We have Mick on one side and Nabil on the other. The lone fighter comes back here. Alright, so we are on for the final game of the group stage. And let's see, we have Mick playing in his WZ and Nabil playing in his E5. And we see Mick with a very high dose of confidence saying from the beginning that he's gonna lose. Right, let's see. It's like the players are on the opposite sides of the map, but they are trying to find each other. And yeah, they are not fighting each other. Remember guys, you don't find each other in the first minute, you go for the mid of the map. Now they have spotted each other, so they know where they are at least. So that's good. Let's see. Well, he is kind of camping here. Fortunately, I cannot. Yes, this is clearly a bit of camping here. Let me see if Nabil can see the chat in here. And I would like to be able to tell Mick that camping is not allowed. Alright, I think this is not really fair, so we are gonna put this as a loss for Nabil, and we are gonna put it as a victory for Mick, unfortunately, because this is not going to the middle fight. Alright guys, let's wait for the game to finish, but yeah. It's unfortunate, but we'll have to make it a technical victory, which I really, really hate. But camping is really not allowed. It's not something I want to see. And in the meantime, as the guys are finishing the game, I'm going to go and log the game here, and as they finish, we will be able to look at the finals. Pineapple pizza, yeah. Yes, but in other games it's allowed. All right, then, as we have unfortunately had to put this as a loss for Nabil and a win for Mick, let's go and look how the group stage is looking, because we have now finished the group stage. So we have in group 1, the 3 people that will proceed from the group are going to be LO1 Fighter, Sherry Lady, and Killer Pro, with 2 victories, and 1 victory. And in group 2, the 3 people that are going to proceed are going to be Desrozuela, Mick, and Nabil. So let's end the group stage and go to the elimination stage. And we have LO1 Fighter and Destrozuela, who won their respective groups. They are going to have a, I think it's called the bye in gaming. So they're basically going to be on the sideline for the first round. They don't have to play the first round, and the winners of the first rounds go to the semifinals and they will play. All right, so we have all right. Then first 2 games are going to be Mick versus Killer Pro. Good. Let's go back to the room and prepare this game. And yes, it looks like Killer Pro is not here anymore. So yeah, that's technically a victory. I'm pretty sure you are... Okay, how do we have another player in here? That's weird. Alright, but coming back, that's a victory for Mick. So let me go and quickly start the final stage, and let's put this as a victory for Mick. And we have next game, Sherry Lady versus Nabil. Sherry here and Nabil here. And whenever you are ready. Alright, and game on. Alright, so we have Sherry playing in the Super Conqueror and Nabil playing in the E5 Rebel. Right? E5 with a better skin. Alright, we have a shot going in from the E5. And there is a bounce from both players, and I think now it's going to be a very much bouncing game here. Both players have very good armor, but the E5 manages to put the shot in. And next one also goes in from the Super Conqueror. So let's see if now the Conqueror can stay close and force some bounces. Alright, I know that was a typo, Mick, but it's very funny. Alright, and slowly but surely it looks like the Conqueror is getting damaged here and not managing to put the damage back into the e5, so the e5 is getting the advantage. And yeah, now the e5 has a huge advantage and is probably gonna get the win very, very soon. And that's a victory. Alright, then we have a victory for Nabil. And let's go and mark it down. And that was the end of the game for Sherry Sherry. But thank you for playing and thank you for pushing all the way to here. You have made it to the elimination stage, which is always nice. Alright, so round 1 of the elimination stage is now done. So the first semi-final is gonna be Elo1 Fighter versus Mick. Alright, looks like the players are ready. I think there was a comment in the chat, the Strutzel, about swapping places. Yeah, when we finish the group stage, it's basically mixing the groups together. So you are, if for example you were in the same group with Mick, then when we go to the elimination phases, it's basically crossing the players. So you don't play the elimination phases with the same people that you played in the group. Only if both of you, like for example, if Mick and you both get to the final, only then you are gonna meet again. That's why it's crossed basically. And alright, we have Elo1 Fighter in the Type 71 and Mick in the WZ113. And they are trying to spot each other. Mick is very, very much in the middle of the map, pushing hard. Let's see if Elo1 Fighter is going to see him too. And Mick is coming hard, and there's a shot coming from both players. And I'm assuming that the WZ will try to use the DPM here, and there's a bounce from both players. The WZ has a higher rate of fire. If he can take advantage of that, it's probably gonna put him in a good place, but so far both players are very, very well matched. And the shot goes there. There's another shot going into the side of the Type 71, and I don't think the WZ wants to stay immobile here. He wants to be quite agile and keep angles. But let's see. The WZ has a real good chance here, and it's now one shot. I think it still has the advantage. I don't think, yeah, it's not a one shot for the 71, and Mick takes the victory, and this was a very engaging in close game. Alright guys, could have gone either way. I think both players were praying for a bounce. But really well done. First semi-final is in the history books, and this means that Mick advances to the final. All right, so we have Mika going to the final once again. And next game we have Destrozuela versus Nabil. Let's prepare the room, and we have Destrozuela here and Nabil here. All right, whenever you guys are ready. All right, and looks like both players are ready, and Nabil is making a very interesting change of tanks after playing in the E5 all the way to here. And we have contact. And we have bounces from both players, and the chieftain is holding up right now. To be fair, I haven't played so many battles in the chieftain, so many 1v1s, and I consider it a bit weaker because of that cupola and because of the body, that it's not well armored, but looks like it's agile enough to put the IS-4 in trouble here. But let's see. And that shot goes in, and it goes in from both players. Then the chieftain is holding its own, but it's still in a disadvantage here. Let's see if the IS can do anything. It bounces, unfortunately. And let's see, both players are on their last shot. No way! No way, that was a high explosive from the chieftain and a bounce from the IS-4. The IS-4 is on 45 HP, and now it has the chance to end this. And it does! No way, that's a win on 45 HP. Amazing battle. Amazing. Well, very well done, guys. It was super nice. It's only a semi-final, but it was very worthy of a final. Alright, after that much entertainment, the victory goes to Destrozuela, and we have our final. So also Destrozuela goes to the final, and that means we also know the game for the third place, which is going to be L1 Fighter versus Nabil. Alright, let's go and prepare the room. So we have the battle for third place. Nabil stays there. Ion Fighter comes here whenever you guys are ready. Right, let's see who's gonna take the third place. Looks like Nabil is not ready yet, so let's give it another 30 seconds. All right, we are going for the third place now. Alright, so we have Eloan Fighter in the Type 71 versus Nabil in the Chieftain. Let's see who can do it. And looks like the players have spotted each other now, and that's a shot going in from the Chieftain. And it looks like the players are trying to maneuver to find the best position here, and the Chieftain is in a bit of an advantage, but now the Chieftain bounces while the Type 71 puts a shot in. So let's see what the Chieftain will do here. He's going to play quite aggressive and with a bit of damage and a bit of rating. That's a good advantage now for the Type 71. It's about 600 HP. And bounces all around. Let's see if this is going to be a bounce or a shot in. And the shot goes in. And that's 140 damage of ramming. That bounces nicely off the Type 71, and Type 71 is now in a bit of trouble. Let's see if it can put damage here. It does, but also the side is discovered, and now both players are in around 500 HP. Let's see who can put more damage now. I think, well, that was a bounce from the Chieftain, and that's quite bad. I think the Chieftain is in the ramming range. And the shot goes into the hull, and that's a victory for Eloan Fighter, who goes on to take the victory for third place. Alright, congratulations guys, it was a very nice game, and congratulations for taking the third place. Alright, let's go and put this here in the tournament book, and Eloan Fighter is third place. And now guys, We are on for the grand final. It's Mick versus Destrozuela. Let's see if these guys can put on a very, very nice show. Let's take Nabil out from there. I like how Mick is building the narrative here in case he loses. And it looks like the players are finding each other, and we have the IS-4 in the middle of the map. Mick is going around, but they will spot each other very, very soon. And that's a miss from Mick. He had a really good chance to put a shot in the side of the IS-4 and get an early advantage, but it wasn't to be. Let's see if he can do it now. I don't think so. And they are both in defensive positions, but I think very, very soon this will go into full battle. It's gonna take a bit until first player puts a shot in, but then it's just going to be a full-on shootout, I think. And there's a bounce from the WZ, and the first shot goes in from the IS-4. WZ is reloading, but he's actually finding the shot in. That was a very good effort from Mick, but the IS-4 comes back with another shot, and it's going well for both players, but unfortunately for Mick, the IS-4 has an advantage. There's another bounce, and now I think it's a hugging battle, but there is an advantage for the IS-4. And the IS-4 is maneuvering back now. There's a shot from both players, and Mick is now on a one-shot range, unfortunately for him. And I don't know what you guys are doing. I do really hope this is ping and you are not acting on purpose. All right, we have a winner in a very good and then weird final. I don't know what to think, guys. I think you were just playing around rather than having ping issues, but you let me know. In any case, we have a winner, and Destrozuela takes the first place in the tournament with... Yeah, I saw you were chilling. Thank you for telling me now. Right, with Mick taking the second place. All right, let's go back to the tournament view and mark this as a victory here. And there we go. We have the end of the tournament and we have the winners, top 3 players here. All right, this will be on the community page probably tomorrow, and we'll also post it in the Discord server also probably tomorrow. So yes, they are chilling. So thank you guys for joining the tournament. It was really fun. As every week, I already can't wait for the next one, and I can't wait for the moment where we manage to grow these tournaments big enough to actually be able to put some prizes for the winner, and maybe also for people that make predictions, or people that are on the stream. That would be really cool to see, but I think we are not at that level yet. All right, thank you for that. Thank you for joining the stream. I think we can probably call it a night, and I will see you guys not tomorrow. We are not gonna do the Monday streams for a while. I'm gonna probably do the streams on Wednesday and Sunday, so we space them out a bit, and that's also better for my time. So yeah, I'll be seeing you guys in the next stream. Have a really good night.